What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for NBA Tuesday, February 6th. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's NBA slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay guys, we have a 6-game NBA slate tonight. So let's take a look at the point guard position. So I like Josh Giddey from the Oklahoma City Thunder playing the Utah Jazz, who have the second worst defense overall, give up the fourth most fantasy points to opposing point guards. Josh Giddey averaging 28.5 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 25 minutes per game with a 23% usage rate. He's projected at 29.5 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5 times value. He's $5,900 DraftKings salary, $1,000 more on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 241.5 points scored in this game. And Josh Giddey has scored 45, 25, and 28 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 41, 19, and 25 minutes. And I like this pick because Josh Giddey has scored 45, 42, 44, 53, and 50 fantasy points in his last 5 games versus the Jazz. So I like Josh Giddey here versus the Utah Jazz. Okay, let's take a look at the shooting guard position. So I like Terry Rozier from the Miami Heat playing the Orlando Magic, who have a good defense overall, but they give up the 6th most fantasy points to opposing shooting guards. Terry Rozier averaging 38.9 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 35 minutes per game with a 27% usage rate. He's projected at 37 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5.9 times value, $6,300 DraftKings salary, $700 more on FanDuel. And Vegas thinks there's going to be 211.5 points scored in this game. Terry Rozier scored 36, 30, and 36, 33, and 30 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 37, 30, and 29 minutes. And Terry Rozier scored 39, 37, 40, and 28 fantasy points in his last 4 games versus the Magic. So I like Terry Rozier here versus the Orlando Magic. Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $25 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won. And then we'll send you $25 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you. Okay, let's take a look at the small forward position. So I'm going to give you a sleeper pick here. I like Jaden McDaniels from the Minnesota Timberwolves playing the Chicago Bulls, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall, give up the 6th most fantasy points to opposing small forwards. Jaden McDaniels averaging 19 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 29 minutes per game with a 16% usage rate. So he's projected at 19.1 fantasy points here tonight, and that's just about 5 times value. Only $3,900 DraftKings salary, $700 more on FanDuel. Now, Jaden McDaniels has scored 15, 18, and 19 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 29, 32, and 24 minutes. But I like this pick because Jaden McDaniels scored 42 and 38 fantasy points in his last 2 games versus the Bulls. So I like Jaden McDaniels here versus the Chicago Bulls. Okay, who do we have at the power forward position? So another value play or a sleeper pick here. I like Aaron Wiggins from the Oklahoma City Thunder playing the Utah Jazz, who have the second worst defense overall, give up the fourth most fantasy points to opposing power forwards. Now, Aaron Wiggins only averaging 11.7 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 14 minutes per game with a 16% usage rate. But take a look at his last 3 games. He scored 32, 21, and 21 fantasy points, playing 33, 19, and 24 minutes. So I think he can score 20 fantasy points or more here tonight, get you over 5 times value. He's only $3,500 DraftKings salary. He's $1,100 more on FanDuel. And we know Vegas thinks there's going to be 241.5 points scored in this game. So I like Aaron Wiggins here versus the Utah Jazz.
Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all of our DFS tools for all sports. You can try the Position Optimizer, where you can see the top players ranked for each position. And we added a new Player Trends tool, where you can see the top salary differences between FanDuel and DraftKings. It's a really good tool to help you pick out value for the site that you're playing on. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups.
Okay, moving on to the center position, I like Miles Turner from the Indiana Pacers playing the Houston Rockets, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall. They give up the 10th most fantasy points to opposing centers. Miles Turner averaging 32.5 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 27 minutes per game with a 23% usage rate. He's projected at 32.1 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5.4 times value. Only 6,000 DraftKings salary. He's 900 more on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 239 points scored in this game. Miles Turner scored 35 and 13 fantasy points in the last 2 games, playing 26 and 24 minutes. But I like this pick because he scored 31, 44, 34, and 28 fantasy points in his last 4 games versus the Rockets. So I like Miles Turner here versus the Houston Rockets.
If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smickety smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this NBA slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again, and good luck.